Here's something most men over 40 never realize. The 8 hours right after you wake up may do more damage to your testosterone than anything else in your entire day. Not the gym you skipped, not the beer last night, the quiet, ordinary morning routine you've repeated for years, thinking it was harmless. I've spent a long time studying how a man's hormones actually behave, and I can tell you that your body produces the biggest share of its testosterone in the early hours, peaking around the time you open your eyes. That means morning is when you're either protecting that hormone or quietly bleeding it away. Today, I'm going to walk you through 6 common morning mistakes that may be draining your testosterone and the simple swaps that can help you turn each one around. Stick with me, because the sixth one is the mistake almost nobody talks about. And for a lot of men, it's the single biggest leak of them all. I'll save it for the end so it actually sticks. Let's start with mistake number 1, grabbing your phone before your feet even hit the floor. I know, it feels innocent. You're just checking the time, the weather, a few messages. But here's what's really happening. The moment you flood your brain with notifications, emails, and bad news, you spike a stress hormone called cortisol. And cortisol and testosterone work like two ends of a seesaw. When one goes up, the other tends to come down. Your body can't tell the difference between a real threat and an aggravating inbox. It just reacts. So you've turned the most hormonally valuable minutes of your day into a stress response. The simple swap is this. Give yourself the first 10 minutes phone free. Sit up, breathe, let your eyes adjust to natural light, drink some water. Let your nervous system wake up gently before the world starts shouting at you. 10 minutes, that's all. It costs you nothing, and it may protect the exact window when your testosterone is working hardest for you. Mistake number 2 is skipping morning light and going straight from a dark bedroom to a dim office. Your body runs on an internal clock, and that clock is set primarily by light hitting your eyes early in the day. When you get bright natural light in the morning, ideally outdoors, you help anchor your circadian rhythm. And a healthy circadian rhythm is tied directly to healthy testosterone production, because the hormone follows that daily cycle. Men who spend their mornings in artificial gloom often have more sluggish rhythms, worse sleep at night, and that downstream effect can show up as lower energy and lower drive. The swap is beautifully simple. Within the first 30 to 60 minutes of waking, get outside for 5 or 10 minutes. No sunglasses. Walk the dog, drink your coffee on the porch, just stand in the yard. Cloudy day? It still works because outdoor light is far brighter than anything indoors. This one small habit can support better hormone signaling and better sleep tonight, which feeds tomorrow's testosterone. It all connects. Now, mistake number 3, and this is one I see constantly, the sugar bomb breakfast. The pastry, the sugary cereal, the flavored coffee drink that's really a milkshake in disguise, the orange juice you think is healthy. Here's the issue. A breakfast that's basically fast sugar sends your blood glucose surging, then your body pumps out insulin to handle it, and an hour later you crash, tired, foggy, reaching for more. Over the years, repeatedly spiking and crashing like this is linked to insulin resistance, and insulin resistance is strongly associated with lower testosterone in men. On top of that, sugar in the morning keeps cortisol elevated. The swap is to build your first meal around protein and healthy fat. Eggs are close to ideal, whole eggs, because the cholesterol in the yolk is actually a building block your body uses to make hormones. Add some protein, maybe a little avocado, maybe some nuts. If you want carbohydrates, make them the slow kind with fiber. A breakfast like that keeps your energy steady, keeps cortisol calmer, and gives your body the raw materials it needs. You'll feel the difference by mid-morning, and your hormones will feel it over the months. Mistake number 4 is one almost every man reading this is guilty of: rushing. You hit snooze twice, then you're sprinting. Shower, dressed, out the door, gulping coffee on an empty stomach, already stressed before 9 in the morning. That frantic energy is pure cortisol, and we already covered what chronic cortisol does to the seesaw. When you live every morning in fight or flight, your body stays in a stress state, and a body stuck in stress mode deprioritizes things like building muscle, sex drive, and testosterone. Because as far as your biology is concerned, you're running from danger. The swap isn't about doing more, it's about reclaiming 15 minutes. Set your alarm a little earlier so you're not racing the clock. Build in a slow start, even a few minutes of calm breathing, where you make your exhale longer than your inhale, can pull you out of that stress state and into a calmer one. A calm morning is a more anabolic morning. You're literally changing the hormonal tone of your whole day in the first half hour. And if you want faster, longer lasting results, I've put the exact natural support I recommend in the link below this video. Let's keep going because mistake number 5 is hiding in something you probably think of as healthy: how you handle your morning coffee and your morning movement. First, the coffee. Coffee itself isn't the enemy, it can actually be fine. The mistake is slamming caffeine the instant you wake up on a completely empty stomach, sometimes before any water. For a lot of men, that drives an extra cortisol spike right when cortisol is already naturally high, and it can leave you wired, then drained. The simple swap is to drink a glass of water first, ideally with a pinch of sea salt to replenish minerals after a night's sleep, and let your coffee come a little later, alongside or after food. Now, the movement side. Some men wake up and immediately punish themselves with a brutal hour-long workout on no fuel and no sleep, thinking more is more. But overtraining, especially long grinding cardio sessions while you're exhausted, can push cortisol up and testosterone down. The swap is to favor shorter, smarter, strength-focused movement, lifting, resistance work, brief intense efforts with real rest between them. That style of training is more strongly linked to supporting testosterone than endless exhausting cardio. Move with intention, not desperation. Quality over punishment. Now, mistake number 6, the one I promised. The one almost nobody connects to their mornings, even though it shapes every single one of them. And it's this: you treat last night as if it has nothing to do with today, when the truth is your morning testosterone is built while you sleep. Poor sleep is, hands down, one of the most powerful drains on male testosterone there is. Research has shown that even a single week of short sleep can meaningfully lower a healthy young man's testosterone. And if it does that to a younger body, imagine the toll of years of bad sleep on a man over 40. Most of your testosterone production happens during deep, quality sleep in the night. So when you stay up too late scrolling, drink alcohol right before bed, or fall asleep with the TV blaring and your phone glowing on the nightstand, you're sabotaging tomorrow's hormones before tomorrow even arrives. That groggy, low, flat feeling you blame on the morning, it was often decided the night before. Here's why I saved this for last. Every other swap we talked about gets easier when your sleep improves and harder when it doesn't. So the swap is to treat your evening as the foundation of your morning. Aim for a consistent bedtime, even on weekends, because your hormones love rhythm. Make the last hour before bed dim and screen-free as best you can. Keep your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet. Be honest about alcohol close to bedtime. It may help you fall asleep, but it wrecks the deep stages where the real hormonal work happens. Protect your sleep like it's part of your training, because it is. When you guard your nights, you wake up with your body already on your side. So let's bring it all together, because none of this is complicated, and that's exactly the point. Keep your phone out of your hands for the first 10 minutes. Get real light in your eyes early. Build your breakfast around protein and healthy fat instead of sugar. Slow your mornings down so you're not living in stress. Be smart with your coffee and train with intention instead of grinding yourself into the ground. And above everything, protect your sleep, because that's where the foundation is actually laid. Not one of these requires a prescription, a gadget, or a fortune. They just require you to stop doing the small things that quietly work against you and start doing the small things that work for you. And small things, repeated every single morning, become the difference between a man who feels like he's fading and a man who feels strong, clear, and alive again. You don't have to overhaul your entire life tomorrow. Pick one of these 6, master it for a week, then add the next. That's how real change actually happens, not in one heroic leap, but in a stack of mornings done right. Because the way you start your day is, in a very real sense, the way you build your body's chemistry. Win the morning, and you give yourself the best shot at winning the energy, the strength, and the vitality you're really after. If you're ready to support your body even further, I've put together the exact natural support I personally recommend, and you'll find it in the link below this video. Go take a look while it's fresh in your mind. You've got far more control over how you feel than anyone ever told you, and it starts with the very next morning you wake up to. Take these one at a time, be patient with yourself, and give your body the chance to do what it's built to do. Just remember that everything I've shared today is general education to help you make informed choices. It's not medical advice, so always talk with your own doctor about what's right for you. Take care of yourself, Stay consistent, and I'll see you in the next one.